a lot of our Congress people and our senators, even if they've had PT or they've had a kid that's had PT or they know somebody who's had PT, they don't actually know the trickle-down effect that it has for us. So it's really important for us to tell them this is going to change how not only what we do, but all of the patients that we interact with as well. So it's not only a voice for you and for our future as PTs, but it's for all of the patients that you treat.
From inpatient head injury rehab to outpatient care to mechanical bull survivor in multiple states. Now you see why we had that fake sponsor. She's been to more corners of PT profession than most students have seen CEUs. She fights for advocacy, regulation reform, and a future where PTs don't need permission to make impact. Please welcome Doula Riley.
Hi, everybody.
You were like, where's this mechanical bull thing going? I think I know where it is. Do you want to start with mechanical bull, or should we save that for later?
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. All right, let's save it. So you've been in nearly every setting in physical therapy. How do you know, well, I want you to just throw some of them at us. And then how do you know when it's time to pack up and giddy up and move along?
I think that the big part of it is when you feel like you don't want to grow anymore, but when you start to feel a little bit frustrated or something situational happens. For me, it was family life. Those are the big things. And
when you go from outpatient orthopedics to inpatient neuro, do you need to get a different license?
No,
you could just do things. You could just do things out there. You're just like, I'm going to do this, and then you do it, and there's no one to check. You can buy a birthday cake, not even for your birthday, and eat it. I tried that. No one stops you. So you could just move to pediatrics, or you could move to inpatient. So what were the types of, what were the areas in PT that you were in?
So I started off as a new grad in head injury at JFK.
Okay.
We did everything from acute care rehab to subacute. And then I had a family and I needed a change. And so I went to outpatient ortho at RWJBH.
Okay.
I was there for 13 years. I got my MBA after that.
A little side quest. Okay, keep going.
I decided that I wanted more.
Okay, and where'd you go?
Kessler.
Okay, and then any other settings? That's a lot.
No, I'm still outpatient ortho. We do everything from ortho to neuro. I am also a licensed athletic trainer, so I love to do sports. We see it all, we do it all, and now I help run a center.
All right, let's give a plug for where you work now.
Kessler Rehabilitation Center.
Why is it so great?
Because, well, first it's the team.
Okay.
It's always the team. You do get to change lives, which is fantastic. I've had multiple people say, thank you so much. I can do this again, or you've changed my life, or I was able to buy a house down at the beach because I love walking now.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's nice.
You're involved, like Ben, with advocacy. We learned a little bit about I feel like Ben was sort of the setup and opened the door. Why does advocacy matter? Here's a specific question, especially during election years. Why does advocacy matter, especially during election years?
So a lot of our representatives don't actually know what is all involved in PT, and they make decisions about
Sorry,
it.
That was my shocked face.
Every day. But during an election year, there is a lot more willing to pay attention to what's going on. I've had a congressman come out and visit the clinic because it was an election year. You have a little bit more, and people are willing to listen to you a little bit more about things that are important to you.
Why? Because an election year is them trying to get a new job or their job back.
That's right, because everybody's vote matters.
Yeah.
And we are all voting individuals.
Suddenly it seems like if you had an entire state network of other people who were in the same profession as you, somehow that might be powerful to get attention. I will say this either today or other places, you're in an attention economy, right? I said before, pay attention and spend time. Love those two phrases, pay attention, spend time. And if you draw a line here, it's pay attention, spend time. But if you draw a line here, it's pay and spend, attention and time. They're really going to give you their attention and time if you're like, I've got 500 other colleagues who believe this way too, and they live in your district.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or we go in with, we have 14,500 licensed PTs in the state.
Is that the number? Really? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then the next question might be, how many members of APTA New Jersey do you have? And that's why becoming a member is terribly important.
Not enough.
Not
That's
enough.
Right.
Good answer.
That's
yes.
Right. Not enough.
What's the easiest thing a student can do today to make it different? Maybe not today because they've been busy all day, but what's something that they can do that actually moves the needle? It's not just performative.
So APTA, thankfully, makes it really, really easy for us to bring issues to the forefront that are important to us. An example is going to be the postpartum bill that we've been advocating now for 2 years. That was brought to our attention, and that became a bill because of the membership. So people who were excited about that and interested in it, we're now pushing to try and change laws for our government nationally because PTs who were involved in pelvic health were interested in it. To make it really easy, they also have an advocacy app that you can download. So whenever you want your voice heard, it does not actually have to be very time consuming. You can go in, you can write a quick letter to your representative and say, hey, I need you to represent me on this. You could also fly in for a day, come with me in April, because I'll be there.
I got a buddy who's a state assembly man for our district in New York, and he says I get every one of those. I'm like, do you really read those things, or do you just delete them? He's like, I have to read them, and I do because he understands what game he's in. He's in the get reelected game, and he pays attention to the people who dropped little ballots in the box. Although, to be fair, I think it's an app, but you get the idea. And they pay attention to those things.
Yes, they do.
Listen, it sucks that it takes that long to get stuff changed. I'm sorry, I can't change that. This is how it's done. So you play the game or you bitch about it in a Facebook group. That is fun, but that doesn't encourage change. Oh, you have a Facebook group thing?
No, I people who are going to complain but not actually help to change.
Do you know
the
what
needle?
I do? I go into Facebook groups for
That gets
PTs when they're complaining. I just use the violin emoji and I make them go like, "What's that?" I go, "It's the world's smallest violin playing for your sad song. Have you done anything to solve your problem?" And they're like, well, I just wrote a long diatribe on the Facebook group. I was like, let me know how that works out for you. I'm going to be over here doing stuff.
That's right.
Right. And you're the people who are doing stuff. How long have you been doing advocacy, ballpark? Like, how long have you been, like, involved?
Actually, since I was a student.
Yeah?
I was a part of, the student assembly. I was director of practice, and now I'm federal affairs. I've been doing this for 5 years.
Overachiever. Great. What's the biggest myth about people who actually regulate us?
That they know what they're regulating. Yeah. A lot of our Congress people and our senators, even if they've had PT or they've had a kid that's had PT or they know somebody who's had PT, they don't actually know the trickle-down effect that it has for us. So it's really important for us to tell them this is going to change how not only what we do, but all of the patients that we interact with as well. So it's not only a voice for you and for our future as PTs, but it's for all of the patients that you treat. Yeah.
I went to National Advocacy on the Hill in D.C. because I went to PT school in Virginia. It was right there. And I was like, let's get on a bus. Let's go advocate. And they send you off to where you are from. So I was talking to a New York representative. But I wasn't actually talking to the New York representative. I was talking to one of their aides. They're busy. They can't meet everybody. So as I'm in the waiting room waiting to talk to this 25-year-old guy, I'm like on LinkedIn, and I find that he went to college at Duke. So the thing we were advocating was for, if you're a physical therapist, but you're not an athletic trainer, okay, and you're the PT traveling with Duke basketball in the NCAA tournament, and that PT leaves North Carolina and goes to Ohio, wherever the games are, they technically are practicing outside their license.
You're talking about PT Compact.
Yes. So I said, I could have went in there and said, I'd like to talk to you today about the PT Compact. Let me read you 17 chapters that will put you to sleep. But instead I said, hey, saw you went to Duke. Go Blue Devils. And he's like, yeah. So I have his attention for like five seconds. I say, you know what would suck? To be at the half and have like your star shooting guard have an elbow issue. And like that PT either is not going to be there, or if they are, they're practicing without their license protection. He was like, wait, is that a thing? I was like, dude, it's a thing. And we'd like your representative to vote on it. Know your audience.
Yes.
Right? So that's step one. But like that is one of a bajillion things that person has to know. They're probably going to remember that because we gave it to them in context. And that is powerful. Okay, now we have to know mechanical bulls. Why? What's going on there? Is it just, what is it?
Takes a lot of physical demand.
It does.
Works your balance.
It does.
It's a lot of fun.
Good music. There's always music involved most of the time.
There is always music. I am a big country fan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, but how many mechanical bulls do you think you've bulled?
Like 7.
7? All right. Let's hear it for Doula, mechanical bulling.
Yes.
All right. You know the drill, parting shot. All right. So your parting shot is what? What do you want to leave with the students here today and people listening not here today?
Your voice matters, especially when you use it.
Yes.
So use it.
Love it. Let's hear it for Doula.